Here's my 2017 Forester XT, and I'm going to show you guys how I did the amp wires in it. So what I did is I bought the amp kit and I hooked it into the battery lead, the positive battery side. I dremeled out some material right here and then this, just so that it doesn't rest on the wire. Ran the wire around up underneath here, removed these plastic pop rivets, ran it back behind here, and then what you want to do is underneath here you want to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6, 7, and then you'll peel this back, and inside here there's a rubber boot, and I'll show you a picture right here of where I poked it through the rubber boot and ran the wire into the cab. You want to make sure you don't run it into the rubber boot that's up here in the front of the door for the speakers. Run it through the rubber boot that's back here. So then what I did is pull the wire through here, I ran it up over the top of this, removed this panel here, and I removed this plate here, ran the wire along here, and then from this point I kind of just lifted this up and I fed it to back there. You can see a little piece of it. I have the covers off. I'll show you that. So ran it to here and fished it over to here, and then I fished it up to here. This panel pops off from the bottom. You gotta kind of work it up and it'll come off. Fished it over the top. I dropped it down into here, and then from here I ran it up into my amp, and I'm running a Fosgate Prime 500 watt 2 ohm amp, and this is all for the power wire. Speaker wire, I came off the amp into here, ran it along here into the back, and I'll show you where I hooked it into my JL Audio sub. And then for my RCAs and for my in my remote wire, I pulled them off of the hardened carbon amp that comes with it, and I'll show you pictures of which wires I tapped into for my speakers, RCAs, and then also for my remote wire. What I also did is put the bass gain right here and then run it underneath here, and then what you want to do is pop this thing off, so it just pulls up and it kind of tucks back. Let's see here. So I came from underneath the seat up. I also put little holes in the carpet, and I zip tied it along this carpet so that it would stay out of the e-brake. And then the bass gain or bass volume knob comes around, ties into the RCAs and the remote wire, and then I zip tied it right there on the back of the carpet so it stays out of the e-brake, and then it runs over, and then I just fed it underneath the plastic. This way I didn't have to remove this whole console. It made it a lot easier. And then it goes into my amp underneath the seat there. And then for the sub, I purchased the JL Audio 10-inch sub that's in the square enclosure. I didn't go with the wedge enclosure. I did the square enclosure. It tucks right underneath this bar, so you actually gain another inch as far as how far it sticks out. And then when I measured the top of the grill right here to the top of the this wood, I get about a ½ inch of clearance, so the sub definitely fits. Kind of a custom look. I just cut my foam to fit it perfectly, and I still get storage on the sides and then up above for just odds and ends that I use for cleaning the car and for football games and stuff. and then you still get that factory look where you don't have big old subs in the back. Still hits hard. I'll show you a video of the sub hitting. It vibrates my my sunshades that fold down, and it also vibrates my speaker. It's a lot of bass. You can actually feel it. So yeah, that's my setup. Hope you guys like it.